The question I'm asking this weekend is, what is a lesson that life is currently teaching you, or one that you had to learn the hard way?
Man, that's a good question.
Lesson that I should pause before Okay, um, in between in between action and reaction, you actually have the time to do nothing. You don't have to react. This is a choice that you could choose not to react, or maybe you could choose to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Um, yeah, I think it's the same lesson.
Don't let life get in the way of the life that you want to live. I think whether it be a goal, whether it be a dream, I think regardless of these speed bumps in the road, the speed bumps teach you how to be determined. They should not be reasons why you should stop.
Kind of approaching people with like more empathy and kindness, and honestly like kind of seeing everyone as like almost like a child, kind of really seeing them in a pure kind of way rather than seeing them with this agenda. Just approaching people with like empathy, kindness, and like just I think that's like the biggest lesson I'm learning, and I'm like learning to like just like how I treat like my own students with like care and gentleness. Like I should treat other people like that, because honestly so many people have so much unresolved stuff that you never know. You really just can never know a person. It's a process.
I've kind of been thinking about a lot lately. Is I played college sports. I'm in sales, so everything in my life has always been about compete, win, and I guess kind of pursue excellence. And I guess the one thing that I've been looking at lately is, okay, in my pursuit of excellence, what do I consider to be my excellence? And
Insecurity is as much of a weakness as we claim for it to be, as much as it's just like a genuinely like natural way of life. And because we're often told and projected this idealism of like what life should look like and how we should be and how it should look like when it's not real.
How do we not get ahead of ourselves and think this is what I need to get
Sure.
to, and then maybe miss the life that we're living right now?
Sure. I think it's very important to live day by day, because you don't know if tomorrow's the last day you have or if tonight's the last day you have. But at the same time, to keep yourself motivated, to keep yourself pushed, to make sure you don't turn that into a doomer perspective, you do have to have that goal in front of you almost subconsciously, that thing that you're constantly churning in the back of your mind while at the same time living day by day. Do I think the main priority should just be being present and being focused, meeting new people? Absolutely. But that also should not get in the way of that future progress. It is a small chunk in that step by step. To go up a flight of stairs, you're not just focusing on the fact that there's something on the top of the stairs. You have to make sure you don't trip along the way. You have to make sure that there's a step right in front of you. So both can be they're not opposites of each other. They are both means to the same end, and I think they coincide.
I told you I don't like people that double park, but maybe that guy that's double parking is dropping off his 86-year-old grandmother, not just waiting for convenient coffee. So before I rush to judgment, I should wait and see who gets out of the car.
Experience. I think a lot of the times we view emotions a little bit separately, like, oh, it's heart versus mind. Sometimes the emotions can become like a full body experience, and we should really just treat it as such. So like taking a minute, using that time to like breathe, use your body as like a tool to to zen yourself out. And honestly, like, be forgiving of yourself in a lot of ways. It's normal to be emotional, and you just have to own up to it and be like, oh yeah, I was emotional, but what am I going to do about it? You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to have those emotions and have those feelings, but you kind of have to walk yourself through those consequences, but also like take accountability. It's okay to be wrong, because emotions are not right or wrong, but you just have to take accountability for it.
To sit with an emotion, process it, and like you say, not react. But you said it's a lesson you're learning over and over again. How do we ever learn this lesson? Is there ways we contain it? Or I might see myself as a reactionary or emotional type of person. I don't want emotions to make my decisions for me. How do you see it in your life?
Well, I've said plenty of things I regret. Like I've made plenty of regrettable decisions, and said plenty of regrettable things. So I think if I pause and rather let the first thing that's at the tip of my tongue come flying out, then then that would be. I guess maybe the first thing you need to recognize is we're all still a work in progress, or we could choose to be a work in progress. You don't have to progress, right? You could regress. The opposite of progress is regression, so that could be a choice too.
Yeah.
So I could choose to decay, but I would prefer to think I'm choosing to improve. And I don't know who said it, but no man steps in the same river twice.
Okay, I haven't
Neither
heard
the
that
man
one.
or the river is the same.
Oh, interesting.
And so when you think about this, yeah, you could choose. Yeah, you know, you're not a finished product.